Hello and welcome to a new video. I hope you're ready to learn something really cool. In this video, I'll show you how to create a dashboard in Microsoft Excel. But first, let me explain what a dashboard is. A dashboard, in simple terms, is a well-organized, graphical interface that presents essential data clearly and intuitively, using easy-to-understand visualizations and a logical structure. This way, the user can quickly access key information without extra effort. In short, it represents a set of charts that are usually synchronized and interactive. For example, this is the dashboard we will create. We can see that we have multiple charts of different types, presenting various information. These charts are synchronized using a slicer or a small menu. If we click on any of the four weight categories, we can see all the charts update accordingly. This interactive feature is the main element of a dashboard because it allows us to extract important information. Typically, this is presented to managers during a presentation to clarify a business problem or possible solutions, and by using a dashboard, the viewer can quickly understand what the recorded data is saying. In Microsoft Excel, you can create charts and incorporate them into a dashboard. The main advantage of this is that you can customize it exactly how you want. However, if you have a lot of data to analyze and need to create many charts or even multiple dashboards, the best option would be to use Microsoft Power BI, which can quickly generate an entire dashboard with a very polished look. Alright, enough with the introduction, let's start creating a dashboard in Microsoft Excel. First, you need to open the database, which you can find in the Resources section of this lesson, or if you already have it, that's even better. The idea is to have a pivot table ready. If you haven't done this yet, you can check out the previous video. Perfect. Once the database is open, I'll show you again how to create a pivot table from a regular table. Press Ctrl+A simultaneously to select the entire table. Then, navigate to the Insert menu and select Pivot Table, and click OK. We'll rename the newly created sheet to Pivot Tables. Perfect. Now, we'll create another new sheet called Dashboard. This sheet will contain all the final charts. If the menu on the right doesn't appear, you can select the table on the left, click on Pivot Table Analyze, and then Field List. So now we have to choose the variable we will analyze. For the first one, we will choose P1, which represents physical activity at work. We will drag it into the rows and values boxes, and for the filters box, I will choose BMI Cat, which represents the weight categories for the respondents. Then, we will select the table and create a new spreadsheet named P1 var, where we will paste the table. Perfect. Now, we need to head back to the tables sheet and select the next variable, which is P3. We will follow the same steps, drag the variable into the rows and values boxes, and for the filters box, we will again choose BMI Cat. We will then copy the table and create a new spreadsheet named P3 var where we will paste the copied table. For the remaining variables, I will fast forward through the process, and you can pause the video to apply the same logic I used for these two variables. Now, we can generate the first graph. Let me choose a pie chart. Which I will name Pie Chart of Vegetable Consumption. I will also copy the graph to the dashboard sheet to see how it looks. Next, let's move on to the variable FV1. We will again create a pie chart. and I will title the chart Pie Chart of Fruit Consumption. If these graphs seem boring, we might want to consider using different types of graphs. Next, let's move on to the variable P4 and create a different type of graph. I will choose a 3D stacked column chart. The main problem with this graph is that there is a very large category, no activity, and the other categories are much smaller in comparison. A good way to highlight the differences between the other categories is to unselect the large category to hide it. Perfect. Now, we can clearly see the differences between the other categories. This is the key point of this graph, so we always need to be very careful with such details. Let's name this graph column chart of bicycle riding frequency. And then copy and paste it into the dashboard sheet. Perfect. I will do the same for the other variables, create a graph for each, and then copy it to the dashboard sheet. I highly recommend that you pause the video again and try to choose the charts that you like. I will fast forward the video again. Sorry for the elevator music, I wasn't very creative in this video. But this isn't enough. We need to specify which charts the slicer can control. To create a slicer, we have to click on any graph, and then navigate to the Pivot Chart Analyze, and then choose Insert Slicer button. From here we will choose the variable mycat since all the graphs we created have this variable in the filter box. So here we have our slicer. But in order to connect the graphs to the slicer and give it that interactive aspect, we will click on the slicer, then click on Report Connections, and select all the pivot tables. Since the sheet names are displayed, it's easy to choose the charts we need. Hit OK, and now, if we change the categories in the slicer, we can see all the charts being modified. Fantastic! The first thing we need to do is modify the colors of these charts because they are too dull. We need to make them look more appealing, especially for our imaginary manager. I will fast forward through this part. As a recommendation, you can search for websites that offer chart design ideas where you can find visually appealing color schemes. After adding colors to each graph, you can further customize them to make them look even better. For example, I will add shadows and search for the best-looking options. I recommend you do the same because this will help you learn more about the available settings. For the pie charts, we also need to include percentages for each category, as without them, these graphs would be less informative. So I will speed up the video now. You can reduce the video speed on Udemy if you want to follow along, or you can skip to the end to see the final result. Thank you for watching. I really hope your dashboard turns out even more appealing than mine.